We're recording.
How's the challenge going?
It's going all right. I had a bit of a wobble. You suggested that I could have pork scratchings, so I had a few, but then I've laid back, just making sure I get hydrated. I mean, the supplements are great, but it's killing me. Like, usually I do a 5K, and I had to walk like the last 2K. It's hard,
Yeah.
but you just got to focus on the end result.
Remember I said to you as well, listen to your body, so I was going to exercise every day. I didn't sleep Thursday night because I was out late, James Bond movie and all that sort of stuff. Kids were waking up all night. I didn't sleep Thursday night, so Friday I listened to my body, couldn't exercise, anything, couldn't run, couldn't do weights, couldn't do anything. So I had a wobble Friday.
Did you fast on Friday?
Yeah, fasted Friday, but ate too much on Saturday. Got back on it properly yesterday, but still 0 carbs.
That's
But
amazing.
you know, you think you've done well this week. This man here, come here. My mate here just ran 2:55 marathon.
Wow. I mean, it's incredible.
Well, but then it's quite impressive. I was looking at the calories that you burn off. It's only 2,800 calories.
Are you joking?
I know.
I thought it'd be like 6,000.
I know. It was so depressing. I was like, oh, it's not really worth it. But it does show you the equation of exercise, well, calories burn and calories in just doesn't add up.
Did you carb up before you went?
I did try to do 2 days of nothing and then carb load after that.
God. I mean,
the 2 days of nothing is where I struggle.
and I had to walk. My marathon is 5K, and I had to walk the last 2K. And then we've got James Crandall, who's like just running a mad marathon time.
If you're doing on 0 carbs, but that's just so alien as a concept to what.
But
did and do.
he exercises so much anyway, so he can get away.
Every
This
day.
whole thing about carb bashing is for, only 12% of Americans, 1 in 5 are healthy adults. Only 1 in 4 Brits are healthy. And of course he's in the health category, so it doesn't matter then if he has a few more carbs than
Well,
most
I think
people,
the removal of carbs is a vehicle to get you back on track to being healthy.
Yeah.
And then I guess
The problem, of course, is too much carbs over a prolonged period, you get insulin resistance. Then for most people, then once you've got insulin resistance, you've got more insulin in the blood. When you've got more insulin in the blood, which is the fat storing hormone, it's so hard for people to lose weight.
But can you reverse insulin resistance?
They used to say you couldn't. So, once you've got type 2 diabetes, that was it. But the reality is you can. You can reverse it. All you've got to do is really cut the processed carbs down, the sugar.
And what's the process of being of significantly reversing? What's the timeline?
So, Dr. Campbell Murdoch and Dr. Asim Malhotra, some really well-respected doctors, thinking as little as 21 days, you can start the reverse process, and then with as little as 2 to 3 months, completely put it in remission. In other words, the problem's gone. It's gone.
it's impossible to get off carbs because I'm not great with diet, so I don't like salad. I'm very picky about veg and things, and so it's always been impossible to me until carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Carbohydrates now has changed me because I can have normal food.
Yeah.
I can have normal food with like pasta or noodles, and I feel like I'm getting my carbs. It's like tricking my brain, and I feel fuller.
Yeah.
So that for me, that's the only way that I can go 0 carb or as close to it as I can.
I was at lunch, one of those, wasn't a harvester, but it was a harvester type thing last night, and all the kids were having their like Sunday lunch with the full thing. So I ordered chicken wings to start off with, and they came out breaded. So I was like, Jesus! So I'm pulling off all the bread just to get to the chicken wings, and then I went to the look. I want the spare ribs, but keep the sauce off, and I don't want. What do you mean? I want nothing on the plate. Well, I'll bring not even the veg because we're going not even veg for a month. Of course, they come out fully loaded. They think so I'm scraping off the sauce, giving the kids the chips, knowing I shouldn't. Even knocking off the veg just so.
That would have been torture for me. I was going to remove myself from that because I'd have folded. So fair play to doing that.
And last Monday, Gail came in. Gail, Nurse Gail.
Yeah.
And Gail did my HRM test, and it was appalling. I scored 40 out of 100. Appalling. So my blood pressure was too high, triglycerides were too high, my blood sugar level was too high, and my waist was too big. And then within 5 days, so Campbell came in on Friday, so Monday, Tuesday, 4 whole days later, blood pressure had dropped, my triglycerides had dropped, my blood sugar level had dropped, and I lost 6 pounds in the first 5 days and lost an inch on the waist. in just like
Really?
4 days.
Amazing.
It's amazing. So you can change things really quickly. 255, and you only burn as much calories as a Big Mac and a can of Coke.
Yeah, it's depressing, and that's why you think if you'd, I think that meal costs what, £4, and people go, well, I can eat that without having to run a marathon first, and that's part of the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're not gonna. You think I ran all that way, and I couldn't even eat all of that to match the. It's got to be diet.
That's why I love James. You know, and in fact, these are in James's own words, but he said, if we got a chef going around saying it's all about food, then they go, of course you'd say it's all about food because you're a chef. But having an elite sportsman saying, actually, exercise is great for your mental health and maybe maintaining, but to lose weight, exercise is completely wrong.
Well, that's why I think like elite athletes, they have the conditioning side of things, but now they have nutritionists, don't they? It's like a massive thing that come in and tell them this is how you correctly fuel your body. This is how you make yourself the healthiest version of yourself. I think it's people are really looking into it now.
Yeah, and also the professional football teams, they have their training in the morning, and then they come in, and then they have individualized recovery bottles based on what their metabolic rate is,
Yeah.
and to the recovery, it's not that just grab, all grab the same bottle. For generic, this is yours, this is yours, this is yours, and then
That's how specific it is, isn't it? Heavyweight boxers, there's no weight limit, so they used to just be as big as they could be, and that was the aim. And now you see them all; they're all different shapes and sizes, and they all have nutritionists that Tyson Fury can be this weight, and that's his optimum weight. Anthony Joshua, everyone's personalised, and I think that's what it's about, like finding out what's best for you.
Yeah. So, week 1 gone.
Yeah.
Into week 2 as of today.
Tough.
What you
Like
gonna do
Campbell said,
what
we've
you
done
do-
this before. He said, I'm going to hit a wall because I've never done it.
Right.
I'm going to hit that wall this morning. But you just got to persevere. Have that kind of end goal and just go through it.
and then the real tough week will be the last one when you go,
I'm so close.
and you count the days down,
Oh,
and then
I'm
you start
already thinking of the things I'm
right,
going to eat.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you just want to.
I'm dreaming about it now. I'm only a week in.
Oh dear, I've given you 3 weeks. Oh dear. Yeah.
When we did the 0, 5, 100, so 0 calories, 5 days, 100 miles, with all these doctors. The pot of gold at the end was a big one of those all-you-can-eat meat restaurants.
Oh, nice. Perfect. Heaven.
And it's just, but it's surprising. I just thought it would have been impossible to do,
I would have thought.
and I was really surprised how. And I thought mentally I would just be
Done.
and we'd be able to have a conversation. Whereas actually, it's amazing how much we overeat.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just sitting there doing nothing; it was moving as well for a number of hours a day. But what you're saying about you couldn't go to a restaurant because temptation would be there. What was actually made it possible for me was staying in a hotel where everything was stripped out. So there was nothing. They don't come in and go, oh, there's 2 packets of biscuits and you get a chicken. And so that once they're gone, then it could do it. Whereas if you come to your house and you go, my secret
hard.
cupboard is. So
It is hard.
And James saying, you were saying, it's not, a lot of people think it's about, I lack willpower. You were saying that even at the Olympics in the Olympic Village, that everybody's trying to give you free ice cream, and like athletes were taking it.
Yeah, well, there's a food hall, so every country's got they show every country what they normally eat.
Yeah.
And so and even in the middle of it, there's a massive McDonald's in the middle of it, in the food hall, and then bins of ice creams all around the village. And it's just human nature is to take, the pot food, and then especially when it's free.
Oh my god! And the smell, of like a McDonald's. Oh my
It's
god!
over 24 hours. It's just, it's interesting. It's just, I think that's the willpower's one thing, but then also just the access to it. If you remove that access, and that's the simple thing. If you go shopping, and you can resist it once in the supermarket to put in your trolley, that saves you so much pain, because as soon as you buy it, and then you've got to resist it every time you walk past it in your kitchen.
Yeah.
You're doing yourself.
You're not going to do
You're
it.
hurting yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, just resist it. Make sure you're not too hungry when you go shopping.
Oh yeah.
And then just.
I agree.
Leave it on the shelf, because otherwise you're going to leave it in your cupboard, and then
You're bringing the
every
temptation
day.
home with you.
Especially in lockdown as well.
Oh, God.
It's just like you can't get away from the treat you bought for Sunday. It's not going to last till the end of Monday morning.
Well, if we want to look like him, mate, here's to week 2.
So yeah, we'll try.
That's a poor aim to look like me.